Welcome everybody to the first match of finals day of the Alliance Tournament 10. I'm Zastro, and I'm here with Lazarus Tellraven in the commentary booth. The first match is going to be HUN Reloaded versus Fearless. And what did they bring here, Laz?
All right, we get HUN Reloaded in their standard Vargur team that we've seen throughout this tournament. Even in the prelims, they were bringing Vargurs. We got 3 Vargurs, boosting Tengu, Scimitar, Hawk, 3 Merlins, 2 Jaguars, and Stiletto. So, I mean, it's a very solid team that they've had throughout the tournament. And then you have Fearless, who they brought 3 Sleipnirs, Claymore, Scimitar, 4 Harpies, and 2 Worms. The Worms do have a shield resist bonus, so they are going to be a little bit tankier than some of these other frigates. But what's important to note is that the Fearless team warped in at 50. They're 50 off the beacon. Vargurs at 0.
Did you get a good look at that Tengu? What's it fitting as far as missiles?
It is a boosting. It's a HML Tengu.
HML
Heavy missile launcher.
So we can expect to see them kiting around the outskirts on the edge of glory.
Well, that Tengu is not going to get called. He's going to have low tanks. You have command processors on it, so he can fit more of those links. So he's going to have a very thin tank there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So here the teams go, and it looks like we have frigates going around the side.
Yeah, we're going to see the Stiletto going right in there. I mean, you're going to see these Fearless guys try to pick off some of those frigates right at the beginning, get some of those mid slots off the field.
Yep, that Stiletto it looks like he's tackled right off the bat.
Mm-hmm. The big thing about these Vargurs is they have that barrage and the large guns that they can put in there and hit very far out. You see that Scimitar is just going down half armor already.
The teams are not really rushing into each other. They're moving pretty slow, like right off the bat here, just kind of jockeying for position.
Yep, see them. It looks like they want HUN to barge into their Sleipnirs. That way they can pick off some of these light ships. You're not seeing hardly any damage come onto this HUN Reloaded team from the Fearless, as the Scimitar just goes down. I mean, they do have the ASBs, but that is huge.
I mean, typically it's better. I found it better that if teams let their opponents rush into them, they have a stronger positioning. It's easier to control what's going on in terms of ranging, but they lost that Scimitar right off the bat.
Well, it really depends, because I mean, they are Fearless is using a Scimitar rush team, so you figure that they try to go around those Vargurs, try to get some of that support off the field, maybe clear the Tengu links off the field. But these Vargurs just plowed right into them and took out that Scimitar.
Yeah, with that Scimitar down, it's going to cut the survivability of Fearless so much. I don't think they're going to come back. It's a terrible way to start your match.
Yeah, I mean, they do have the ASBs, but this Vargur setup has been so consistent throughout the tournament.
Yeah, it is a good setup. Now, all those Vargurs being tracking disrupted, it's really going to hurt with those big battleship guns. But yeah, they're not going to have any problem tanking the DPS of what Fearless has left, especially with that the shield boost bonus of those Vargurs.
Yeah, like I said, the Vargurs plowing straight into the enemy team. They're going to keep it blocked down, noted, and then just melt through their ASBs. Because, I mean, the ASB's holding them up for now. And Jahom and his Sleipnir's going to be running out of charges very shortly.
So they're splitting their damage between 2 Sleipnirs. That's a pretty confident move of them. With those ASBs, I think it's typically we've seen it better to focus on one and try to run him out of his charges.
Well, I mean, they have enough DPS on the field that they can split that fire and make them both burn through charges at the same time, and that's just going to make them die even quicker.
HUN Reloaded losing another assault frigate, but another Sleipnir down for Fearless, and it's just going to snowball from here.
That's not a very good trade, assault frigate for Sleipnir.
Nope. Very little damage being applied to any of HUN Reloaded's main DPS ships. They're not going to,
Yeah, I mean, Fearless has done pretty well in the tournament. I mean, they got stomped yesterday by not Road Capel, but by Verge of Collapse. So, I mean, I was expecting something more as the second Sleipnir goes down.
Fearless has a couple losses in the tournament so far, but the teams that have beat them have been other teams that have made it into the Sweet 16 finals here.
Yep.
They haven't been losing to slouching teams, really. And HUN Reloaded, they've done the best of any team so far in the tournament, statistically, but they haven't had the toughest schedule either. So a lot of people are really picking HUN Reloaded to go all the way in the tournament. I think that's a big leap of faith. But they're proving right now here in their first match that they really got what it takes. They could be a contender to go all the way.
As everyone else would say, the real deal.
They are the real deal.
But yeah, like I said, these Vargurs have done extremely well for HUN Reloaded. There's been a few other teams in the prelims that brought Vargurs, but they haven't been able to get what HUN Reloaded has.
Yeah, they're doing really good in this match. Do you think we'll see more Vargurs later on in the finals day?
I mean, if I was HUN, I'd probably change it up. They've done Vargurs, and I think yesterday they did an ECM setup to throw a kink into it. So, I mean, I think they're going to try to be unpredictable in their final matches.
Yeah, I would think you're going to see more more of the sleeper setups that people kind of been keeping in their pocket, hoping they can get this far to surprise people with. So I wasn't expecting to see the same Varger setup again.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they allowed Snake O'Donnell to fly a Claymore. I mean, we don't want him to burn out his hardeners or his micro warp drive, you know.
Yeah, right. But at the same time, you may want to save your secret setups, but if you know something's working for you really good, if you practiced a lot with this setup, you know how to run your Vargers, you might as well, like, don't fix if it ain't broke.
Yep. I mean, we're getting down to the 5-minute mark now in this match. Fearless has a Claymore, Harpy, Worm, Harpy left. So, I mean, it's not very much longer. They're going to chew through this Claymore, get his boosters down, which the Claymore actually has a pretty big tank, especially with an ASB.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as Fearless lost that Scimitar, you can pretty much call the match over for them. So at this point, it's just HUN Reloaded snowballing them.
I mean, it's really nice to see the effectiveness of these Vargers with these autocannons. Like I said, they have the barrage, Tech 2 long-range ammo that can just really reach out and touch something.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a long-range setup, and I don't think long-range setups have done as well this tournament as the Rush setups, probably because of the ASBs. The Kite setups just have lower DPS in general, and the ASBs being able to tank that lower DPS can really drag a match out. The Rush setups have been able to get up on top of people and just chew through that tank really quick. But this is not the same Kite setup that we've seen from other teams in the tournament. It's not the HML Tengus and or other long-range
Well, and it looks like we're only seeing ECCM from one of the Vargers as well. So, I mean, if they would have packed maybe ECM drones or something, get the jams on these Marauders that have low sensor strength, that they... And the Claymore went out of bounds.
Oh, yes, Nick O'Donnell just charged to his death and blew up outside of the arena.
At least he didn't overload his guns and kill them, I guess.
I guess he's just going to try to... he's just trying to bring this one to a quick close. So, just another minute here. Looks like there's one Harpy left. Can you see where he is?
Yep, we can look now.
Yeah, he's just in the middle. He's tackling. He's going to die in a couple seconds.
Yeah, that Jaguar is on top of him and going to try to get tackle on him.
So far, my bracket is holding up. My first pick is going forward.
Yeah, mine as well.
Yeah, I have HUN Reloaded going all the way to the Final Four, so I hope they can keep it up because I want to win the commentator bracket competition.
I don't know. You did pick PL at the end.
Yeah, you know, that PL test.
And then the last one last Harpy did die to a boundary violation.
I mean, they're not going to let HUN Reloaded have the satisfaction of taking him out. Yeah. All right, so there is the first match of the elimination bracket, HUN Reloaded over Fearless, and we will send you back to Soundwave in the studio.